Hey guys, welcome back to another yapping video. Now, this upcoming Friday is our career day at school. Now it's only for us grade 10 because we are in the last stage of junior high school and we will be senior high school the next year. So if my mum and dad is watching this, all I need is a short red folder. And you actually need costumes, but I can take care of the costumes, and you'll know why in a bit. But I decided that I would like to be a politician. Yes, you're hearing this from me. I myself would like to be a politician. Now I was just thinking about what am I gonna write? What am I gonna put in the folder thing? Because they're gonna send this to the PAC thing. And if you don't know what's PAC, it's basically like an organization from private schools, I think, where they give out discounts to schools. And I just think about what I'm gonna write in the paper, which I'm gonna put in the red folder to be sent on Friday. I was thinking about I want to be a politician because I want to be different from the current ones. You know, the ones that are just destroying a country. I want to be a real leader, not just a politician, but a leader, a public servant. I want to be an actual public servant or an actual politician that does something that's good for their country. And I also thought to myself, what if I also put diplomat? Or what if I also put journalist or something? And then just think about it in being a politician, a diplomat, and a journalist. I kind of they have the same skills, and if I go in, I don't know, all three of them, I could be just be flexible enough to go to the other one. So if I become a politician, or if I become a journalist, I could easily become a diplomat, and I could also become a politician. Now, I also want to become a diplomat because I have an uncle who's currently the Philippine ambassador to Greece. Now, it sounds like a lie, but it is actually true. And I only found out about this because I actually noticed that he hasn't been in some family gatherings. The last time I saw him was in a big family gathering back in 2018, I think. That was the last time I saw him, but ever since, some of the family gatherings that we've had are small, which is why maybe it could be the reason why he never goes, but probably the main reason is that he's in Greece working as an ambassador for this country. So I want to be like him too, you know, being in a different country while serving your own country. Now you could say hey, you could be a soldier or something, but I don't want to kill people. I don't want to kill innocent people. Like how they just deploy you into another country and then you have to kill poor kids and poor family just because that country just massacred or did committed a terrorist attack to your country. I don't want to be able to do that. I don't want to kill innocent families just because it's the interest of my home country. No. But anyways, enough of that. I want to be a diplomat for some reason. It's mostly because I want to explore the world. It's because I just want to see the different cultures out there, and I want to, I just want to, I don't know a clear word to explain this, but just going to different countries and then seeing their situation there for myself, and seeing what the media has said for myself. the media says this place is dangerous, but when I go there, it's actually not dangerous. I don't know if what I'm saying even makes sense at this point. But like, I just want to experience something for myself and just not believe the media at all, because the media can alter your beliefs or the stuff they're feeding you. I mean, I could say up some very good things. I could say some very good things, but I can make it bad by altering this video, by editing this video. That's why it is scary what the media just pours out there. So, which is why I want to be a diplomat, because I want to go to these so-called dangerous places and see if they are really dangerous, or is the media just telling us to go away from them because they have bad diplomacy with them, you know? It's still the interest of the home country. Obviously, it's gonna be the interest of the home country in the end, because, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, obviously. But at the same time, I believe that if the interest of the own country or of the home country is just so bad and feels so off, I believe that maybe you should, I don't know if this is the right word, you should rationalize or something and think twice if is this really what's happening, or is the home country just covering it up for their own interests once again. So yeah, I want to go out there and experience stuff for myself. And I also want to be a politician. I want to be a public servant. Honestly, right now I'm quite a public servant at school because I'm giving out my snacks to some of my classmates because they asked me for it. And sometimes I can't even finish them, so I just give some of them out. But honestly, I've never really had the intention of giving out food to my classmates. I'm only doing this because they keep asking me. And I believe that that's one of the reasons why I won't really make a good public servant, because in the first place, this isn't really intentional, but I didn't really need to do that because it's my food and they're just getting it from me. And yeah, it's my food. And sometimes I just don't even care, just, you know, let them have it. But like, they have to know, they have to consider that it's my food, you know. And it's not really my intention to give you food. And some of them earlier were just like, why didn't you give me that, you know? I'm hungry. I'm like, I'm hungry too, and it's my food. I don't care. It's my food. So yeah. I don't know. But if someone's really, like, genuinely hungry, then you should really give your food to them. But if someone just making that up, then I don't think you should. Especially because they're just getting all their food from me. Yeah, I'm exposing the truth now, guys. You guys should be afraid of me. I'm telling everyone what you're doing to me. But anyways, I don't really mind about it. As long as everyone's happy, then everyone's happy. Honestly, I like it that they like the stuff that I'm eating. And maybe I could, you know, introduce them to some very interesting food, even though some of the stuff I cook just dries up when it goes to school. But they still like it either way. And during lunch, actually, we, the guys mostly, would gather together and eat together and share food. Sometimes I would go with them as well, but I mostly eat alone. But yeah, I've been with them before, and I've eaten with them, so I don't really mind. But sometimes I really don't think I'd make a great public servant, because I hesitate to give money sometimes. See, lately I've been trying to save up, but obviously can't because I'm constantly spending it. But thankfully my savings has never hit zero, but it did hit below 1,000 pesos, but it never hit zero. It never hit zero. I never restarted, since August. Since August, yeah, I've been trying to save up since August. The highest I've saved up was 2,700, but it went down because I bought something, and it went even further down because I bought, yeah, a lot of banknotes. And I believe that this is great, that my savings has never hit zero, because I am maximizing my money, and I am literally just trying to do everything I can in my power just to save this money that I have. And honestly, you'd understand that, but like, what I don't like sometimes about me is that I hesitate to give out sometimes, or I hesitate to buy something when it's really needed because I don't want to lose money. And I've done some loans to someone before, and I've hesitated to give before because I don't want to lose money. But just realized that this is just a loan. They're gonna give it back. Why am I hesitating to do so? So yeah. I also don't give money to some of the people that begs outside. Mostly because you know, what would they really use it for? So I'd rather give them food or something. And sometimes I don't really like spending because I don't know. Again, like I said, I don't really want my money to go zero. Like the other day, I was literally so hungry. I went to a convenience store, Korean convenience store, bought some noodles. At first, I hesitated to buy because I might lose my 1,000 pesos, you know. But like, I just realized I still had a loan from someone. I mean, someone loaned from me, and they're gonna pay me back. So when that comes back, it's gonna be 1,000 again. So yeah, I was like, okay, whatever. Let's just buy this food. And I think I really have to stop worrying about the money. I mean, if it never hits zero, then I guess I'm doing great with how I'm handling my money. And maybe I should just, be. I'm just gonna say the Filipino term. Maybe kailangan kong luwagan on how I handle my money. Like I shouldn't be like holding it so tight. Like I should be just I should be flexible on how I handle it, and that I shouldn't hesitate or something. And literally, the series of the preaching series of our church lately, the church that we attend, my parents and I attend, is about finances. They're talking about how you give to God, then He'll give back extra to you, or He'll give back a lot to you. I think it's called prosperity gospel. And the last pastor that preached about this, I believe he was really preaching about prosperity gospel, but the main pastor of that service, he actually doesn't like prosperity gospel, so I wonder what's up now. But yeah, I believe that I should give to tithes and offering. I actually gave an offering last time, like 2 weeks ago, at school. So like they were giving out these offering and envelopes, and I donated 50 pesos. For some reason, something just told me to be like, hey, give that 50 pesos to the donation. You've never given tithes and offerings before. Maybe this is your chance. Just start small, You don't really have to give everything you have. Just start small. Leave some for you. And I remember like every what do you call this? Every tithe and offering, like at the church, they tell the story of how this woman gave more than the rich because she only had 2 copper coins, and she gave those were her remaining money, by the way, and she gave all of them. And they said that she gave more than what the rich people did. Not literally, but metaphorically. Because she gave everything she had. That's what she had. She gave fully. So, she did give a lot than those rich men. And I find that beautiful. I find that quite beautiful. And I was thinking about, should I give all of my savings? And the other part of my mind was like, no, you shouldn't. But my real question is, how did we get here when I was talking about that I wanted to be a politician? It connects. I guess it connects. It's the hesitation of giving. Which is why I don't really think I'd make a great public servant. Because I hesitate to give sometimes. But maybe I'd fix this eventually. And yeah, I'd fix this hopefully. I've always wanted to give before. I've always thought about giving before. The only problem is that I hold on to something too much, and I end up not giving, and I end up basically just ignoring the ones who are in need. Honestly, when I walk outside and just see beggars in the streets, it makes me sad, honestly. But knowing that we can't really differentiate between the genuine ones and the ones who are just out there to manipulate us into giving them money, it just makes me not want to give. Now I know not all beggars are like this, but I just want to know where my money goes. So yeah, it's a hesitation to give, which is why sometimes I don't really think that I'd make a great politician, but I still push to be one. I still really want to be one. If I end up not really giving, then I guess I can publicly serve in a different way, by making laws, by signing laws, actual laws that we can all benefit from, laws that make sense, laws that are just not for show, but we will actually implement these laws. If I don't fix my hesitation of giving situation, then I can be a public servant in another way. And if I just want to give, then I guess I could use the taxpayers' money in that way. What they give to me, I will return to them. Oh well, I just solved that. I mean, after all, it's not really my money, it's their money, it's the taxpayers' money. I have to really split it into two. My salary and the taxpayers' money. And right now, I'm actually quite doing that. My saved up money and my public transport money. I don't even know if that's the same analogy, but I split them into two. I saved up money, I don't really spend it a lot, but the public transport money, I obviously spend it because I have to, to pay the tricycles and stuff. So yeah, I believe I could do it that way, but who knows? Am I really gonna make a great politician? Probably not. I think I'd still have some flaws. I'd probably go through some controversies. But either way, I could just become a diplomat, but whatever. I still hope to become one. We need fixing in this country. If no one's gonna do that, then I will. I'm just gonna take matters into my own hands. And to the people who also want to do it as well, you could join me. You could cooperate with me. And I'm gonna take this opportunity right now to keep preaching or to keep talking about unity. as a people, as a Filipino people, we are under one flag, we're one people, we are one nation. We need unity, we really need unity right now, especially in times like these, natural disasters, corruption, controversies. We really need to unite. I'm so sorry. We really need to unite as a whole. What divides us are these politicians, these fandoms of politicians. We need to get out of those fandoms. We need to remind ourselves that this is for us. This is not for any politician. This isn't for, I don't know, the president. This isn't for Marcos. This isn't for the vice president. This isn't for the Tete. This isn't for, I don't know, some random mayor, some random town. This is for us. This is for us, the people. We are doing this because we are tired of what's happening. We need to unite into pushing away corruption. We need to unite into exposing what's behind, and we need to unite together into educating each other on how to vote the right person. And I believe that if we want to vote the right person, then we must change ourselves, because it comes from within. What comes from within will reflect outside, and that's happening right now. And you could also see that, and I could also see that through me. What happens with it projects outside. So what happens within you projects outside. Yeah. But yeah, please, unity. We need cooperation with each other. We really need to just cooperate. I know there's more actual Filipinos in this country than the ones that are just staying in their politicians' fandom. We need more actual Filipinos that will be willingly defend their country, willingly protest for their country, not for their idol politicians, not for BBM, not for Sara Duterte, not for any single politician. And I'm mentioning those two people because they're the president and vice president, and they're in the first and second highest position. And I'm saying that because, again, it is not for them, it is for us. They should be serving us. We shouldn't be serving them. They were there in the first place to serve you and me and the Filipino people. All I know is that they should be called public servants and not politicians. Right now they're just called politicians because the only thing they can do, they can't.